All right, bro. Quick halftime update. John Talks Giants. Like, comment, subscribe. Whatever. I'm not gonna try and curse. How many damn times do we have to watch a team? How many times do we have to watch a game where our defense takes the ball from the opposing offense? It's a clear fumble, and yet you just know it in your balls that the call is going to go the opposite way, and we're going to get robbed of the possession. What happened again? DFF comes up with a clear fumble recovery after the tight end drops the ball after having the ball in his possession, taking multiple steps and then fumbling, and it's not our ball. We only would have been able to probably kick a field goal to go up at half, but no. No different than when Jalen Hurts was able to get the ball right back when Kayvon took it from him in Philly. I digress. Deontay Banks is an absolute joke, but anyone who's followed me on this channel knows that I've been on that. I don't even want to go there anymore. I'm just tired of it. He had one nice play where the ball was kind of underthrown and really the receiver dropped it and he had his hand there. Of course, he gets smoked by Christian Watson in the back of the end zone, and I don't want to hear, oh, he was in good position. No, you're a first-round corner. You never make plays like that, and why would I ever be surprised that you didn't? Okay? Where else to go? Jameis Winston. I've never seen a 10-yard quarterback sneak before, so that was cool. Wan'Dale Robinson. What does this man... he runs an out route. The ball has hit him perfectly in the hands. He turns upfield, past the line of scrimmage. But that's considered an incomplete pass. And the ref completely... Then there's no review or anything. You can say, well, Kafka could have challenged it. No, I'm tired of our coaches always being in a position where it's, well, you didn't challenge it. Why doesn't the NFL just get it right? You got all the replay in the world. You got all the cameras all over the sideline. You never miss an opportunity to get an up-close and personal view on what you want to see on the sideline. But you can't get it right on the game day. And then whenever people get frustrated with the calls and the terrible officiating, there's no accountability for the officials. And I don't know, I really don't even want to waste my time keeping going forward with it because I know nothing's going to change. But it's so frustrating, man, when you sit there and you give your time and you give your love and passion and your energy to a product to where the NFL clearly doesn't care about certain teams. You can say, well, you're 2-8. Okay, so then why are you airing the damn game? Why are you taking my money for me to pay the YouTube TV in order to see it? If you're not going to allow the games to be officiated correctly, why? Greed? Capitalism? I'm not here to complain about it until I feel like the team is constantly getting a bad rap. We're without our number one quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Whatever. I'm not going to get on there. Maybe depending on how this game finishes up, I'll come back here for the end of the game and I'll go off. Anyway, this is halftime thoughts. Kafka had probably one of the worst challenges I've ever seen. And you can say, well, he's interim. I don't care. Josh Jacobs wasn't even anywhere close to out of bounds. He has a yellow cleat on. The yellow cleat was not outside of the green turf. What are you doing? Kicking. Should have had a 14-3 lead. But of course, another kicker for this team misses a field goal. And I don't care that it was 58 yards away. I don't care that it's windy. I don't care about any of that. Do your job. I'm tired of people making excuses for inclement weather. Okay? Lawrence Tynes makes field goals. Josh Brown made field goals. Aldrick Rosas made field goals in this stadium. I don't want to hear it. It's pathetic. Our punter is just as pathetic. Jamie Gillian, I don't know how you're still employed by this team. You're horrible. Shane Bowen. Now, unless I find out that Abdul Carter did something behind the scenes or he had conduct detrimental to the team, there is absolutely zero excuse as to why you had Timon Fox starting over Abdul Carter to start the game. The first 10 minutes went by and Abdul Carter didn't play until special teams. Shane Bowen, you are so foolish that Jordan Love got hurt and your dumbass let Malik Willis score a touchdown on this defense at home. It's so hard, man. It is so hard to keep my spirits up with this team. And again, you could say, well, John, they're 2-8. What did you expect? I'll tell you what I expected. Because some of you don't watch the Giants, and that's fine. I expected this team to be 5-5. And I don't want to get into that. Maybe if you really want to know, I'll tell you later. This team should not be 2-8. They're way better than this. Offensively, we've been in these games. And the main culprit continues to be this horrific defense led by this horrific defensive coordinator who has absolutely zero idea as to how to actually use this team. Okay? Teams are way too comfortable. It gets second and long, third and long. What do? They run it right up the middle with immense success. I'm talking 10, 15, 20 plus yard runs to convert. It's a joke. Cordell Flott, I'm so happy that you're back, bro. I really am. You played well. Again, I've been saying on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, please do. At the Unfiltered One on Twitter, bro, please. Please follow me. I talk crazy shit because I can't always just go ahead and scream on YouTube, and sometimes it just takes way too long. But the Dales need to be re-signed, okay? Wandale plays well. Cordell plays well. Thought Javon Holland is actually playing decent because we're not seeing bombs away. You know, he's way better than Dane Belton. Obviously, way better than Tyler Newman, who's not even on the field right now. But again, this is a 13-13 game in which we feel like we're losing, even though we're in it. You know, Tyrone Tracy with a crazy screen on a blitz that they have, and he's able to break tackles and get a first down. I love it. Tyrone Tracy's running hard. I love it. I mentioned DFF. He's playing great. At least I think. Bobby O is kind of having a decent game, but who knows how long that'll last. Theo drew a pass interference that Jameis kind of underthrew, and you know it could have been a better ball. Probably would have been a touchdown, but you know who knows. But dude, this game is just so this particular game is just so tough to watch because you just know what's going to end up happening. I'm going to get back on this camera, and I'm going to get back on YouTube, and I'm going to end up talking about how the Giants lose another game. We're going to fall to 2-9, and it's going to be a mix of terrible officiating. We're going to have bad calls, and we're going to drop passes. I guarantee it. And if I don't, then great. I'll Jalen Brunson my way all the way to a celebration, and we'll finally win a game. I want to win games. I can't get on here and root for losing. I can't. I love this team way too much. All right? But again, I'm not impressed by the Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator here. I didn't see any Cam Scatterboo, Jackson Dart, or Malik Neighbors. I didn't see Darius Slayton out there. And what did? We went right down the field and scored on him. I'm not impressed. I don't want this dude as our head coach just because he's a fucking fan. If that's the case, hire me. All right? I'll be back soon. All right? Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. And man, stay tuned. And if you're here, I appreciate you, bro. Let's go Giants.